Fine, fine, fine. It's the Tank 3. How good could it be? Fine, fine, fine. It's the Tank 3. How good could it be? We're reviewing the Tank 3 today. The Fifine Tank 3, and I'm talking to you through its XLR port, USB port, not the XLR, the USB port. Sorry, I got distracted by my Reaper doing this. What is that? What is Reaper doing on my Mac? And I'm clipping out here too, so let me fix that. There's preamp controls right on the mic. Looks like I'm clipping still. Let me hit the clip light. Am I still clipping? Yep. Let's turn it down. Turning it down. Here we go. Turning it down. Whoa. Fine, fine, fine. It's the Tank 3, but how good could it be? Fifine. So it is pronounced. They will tell you in an email. It is Fifine. You got to get it right. So yeah, this is, I guess you could say, a sponsored video. They provided the mic for me. Let's take a look at the mute button here. I'm talking, I'm muted. So yeah, there's a mute button right on it. It's a darn good looking mic. It feels good in the hand. It's like an aluminum construction, metal, very durable. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up how good it looks and how good it feels, but very well constructed for certain. I don't know what my Reaper is doing. Look at this screen. That's crazy business, whatever. I don't even know if this video is going to work out, but we'll try it out. So I'm talking to you through the USB or, USB to Thunderbolt, USB to USB-C here on my Mac. So that's what's powering the mic, and that's what's allowing the mute button to work, right? Because you get this power. Now, if you XLR, I don't think that you're going to get that mute button powered up like that. The XLR is just going to work like a normal mic, I think, unless this is a condenser. Let's open the manual and find out. Let's see what we got here. So, yeah, they provided this mic. I'm not getting paid or being told what to say. Function key instructions, only applicable. Yeah, so the function key is a mute button, as we've discussed. Let's see what else we got here. The headphone jack. You can plug your headphones into the 3.5 millimeter jack at the mic bottom. Monitor your voice in real time. I don't know for sure if that works on the XLR only. So, yeah, so if you... Obviously, the mic sounds fine. I mean, my voice might not be your cup of tea, but I've heard the playback, and it sounds good. Like, it sounds good. This is a budget mic for podcasters, and it's perfectly acceptable for that, especially if a podcaster doesn't want to shell out them sure prices, right? And then it would just be XLR anyway. What the heck is your average podcaster going to do with an XLR connection, right? They're better off with a USB, because your obvious podcaster isn't like some Reaper studio person, right? They're just like, hey, I have a laptop. Is that what I need? They don't know about Reaper and XLR and preamps. Comes with a good size cable, USB-C to A. I don't know what else there is to say about this thing. Nice packaging. Yeah, it does what it says on the tin flawlessly. It's an XLR and USB dynamic microphone. Again, with my Reaper flipping out, I don't even know if anyone's going to see this video, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to stitch this thing together, because I don't know what the heck Reaper's doing. What is Reaper doing? That's the name of this video. It's not the Fifine Tank 3 review. It's what is Reaper doing? I've just never seen it do that before. Like, am I so zoomed in? I got to be careful, because I don't want to. Yeah, that's all it was. I zoomed way the heck out. I got to control this Mac. It's a new Mac M4. Yeah. I don't know how to use the Mac mouse, to tell you the truth. But I know how to use the it's the Tank 3. How good could it be? How good could it be? Because we're fine. And it comes with its own this thing, your mic stand holder thing comes with its own deal here, which is awesome. It looks slick. You certainly won't be embarrassed holding this mic. You certainly won't be embarrassed having this in your studio because it looks so good. Let me just unscrew this. Now, one thing you might want to do is get your own pop filter, your own, your own windscreen, right? You might want to get your own windscreen in front of it because the windscreen, it doesn't do a perfect job. This papaya tastes perfect. This papaya tastes perfect. And I'm sure you're getting the plosives in there, right? The plosives are like when your mouth, when the air out of your mouth makes that sound, right? So you may want to get a windscreen for this. I'm sure it has a bit of cloth or foam or something in there, but you may want to put a windscreen up just in case. So as mentioned, there's 2 controls on the side plus the headphone jack. This first one I'm going to point to is the preamp. Got it set about halfway. The second one's the headphones, which I've got down. That's handy as heck, especially, again, for the podcaster that doesn't have, Scarlett i3 over here, which you can point to. Something like that that's got your headphones, got your XLR, got everything somebody who knows about studios have, or down here I got my Apollo. Let me just drop this. The Apollo here, right, which has got its headphone jack. I should turn that on, actually. It's got its preamps. But if a podcaster doesn't have all these fancy toys, it's better that they just have this, one mic. Now let's talk cost. I'm in Canada, and this mic was provided for me. So it was free! But for you guys, I'm seeing them online on Amazon for 113 Canadian, which is a great value. And I guess US, I think they're around 80. I will have a link in the comments and description below for the Amazon link that Fifine provided me. I don't get any money for it. Buy them or don't buy them. It'd be better if you did, I guess, but I don't get any money for it. But like I said, it's a fine mic. My daughter's been doing a little bit of, kid podcasting and making movies and stuff on iMovie with her Mac. So, yeah, she's definitely getting one of these. Whereas my girlfriend is getting the Fifine K688 because they come in pink, right? I think they also come in white. As far as I know, the Tank 3 only comes in black, as far as I know. And why is it called the Tank 3? Well, I could easily chuck this off the roof of my house. I could call my neighbor out of his house and go, "Hey, Dominic, I got something to show you." Wait for him to come out and whip it at him. And it would hit old Dominic, and the mic would be fine. But Dominic he'd be some upset, I would think. So I don't really whip stuff at my neighbor, but he's a good guy, actually. But I'm just saying, it's a scenario. It is a scenario. I could also just climb up the top of my house and throw it. I don't have to throw it at Dominic, right? I could just throw it into the street, and I'm pretty sure the mic would be fine. Now, if you threw it at cement, you're going to scrape it up, but you could easily drop this, I would say, from a 3rd or 4th story apartment building onto grass, and there'll be no problem here. Yeah, so I don't know what else there is to say. It sounds good. It is good. It works good. It's got this mute button. Blip. I found on the K688, I don't know why, but I was touching the mute button a lot and accidentally muting it. On this one, I don't. It's more of a clicky button. I don't know. I don't know what the qualifier is. Why I find this button better than the K688. The K688 is like a Shure SM7B clone, right? It looks a lot like it, and I think it's so that it's to fool people into thinking about a $550 Shure SM7B. That's what the K688 is about. To my knowledge, this one doesn't look like anything except itself. It kind of has that ribbon mic look, even though it's definitely not a ribbon mic. But it'd be pretty sharp on your podcasting desk when you have your guest stars over, you have your little friends over around your podcasting mixing thing there and talk about crypto and whatnot. So, yeah, it's the Fifine Tank 3. What else is there to say? Fifine Tank 3. How good could it be? Let's just put it on the stand again so we can marvel at it. And there we go. Very slick, works very well, sounds just fine. All right, I'll leave you with a panning out shot. Thanks for watching my review on the Fifine Take 3. I'm going to whip this thing at my neighbor. Like and subscribe if you want to.